Okay, so tonight we're going to look at the lyrics for A Million Dreams. So, I'll be sipping that as we go on here. Okay, so we talked about A Million Dreams the other day. I'm going to switch the board ondo. I really need to work on making my writing smaller. So that's what we're going to do, and I'm going to have to write all that stuff again. I just want to go over the plans before it's completely erased from the board. So, for those of you who want to sit over here on the couch, you certainly can. And I realize that our mentioned guests are here. Let me bring them in. Come in, Bill and Kathy. I'm just going to work on A Million Dreams, so perfect timing. Okay. I guess I'll hang up these pictures. Just because I'll put them right next to each other. And then Abby's picture will be right ahead those. Okay. So, welcome, Jill and Kathy. It's very, very nice to see you. I hope that you both had a, good dinner. Excellent. Okay. And so, what you're going to need to do is I'm going to have you work on the choreography for A Million Dreams, starting here. Okay? So, we're just going to go over those lyrics right now, and you can come up with it. And maybe Abby herself can take a part in it. I'm thirsty. Okay. So again, I'm just going to tell you what the plans are, okay? So, our 3 songs that we're going to add in that are going to be, they're going to be the main realistic songs, or the songs that have been already come up with, including September, A Million Dreams and You Have to Be There, and A Million Dreams will not be sung by Susan Boyle. It'll be another edition of it, or we could, or to use that, but the You Have to Be There will be sung by Susan Boyle. So, it shows all of the resemblances, Rachel Ray, which will be just not even a resemblance per night. I just had that in mind. Okay, I'm gonna try to fit it into our customary beginning that we've been working on this afternoon. I'm going to add that in because that might be good to get in there. And she is yet another teacher of mine. So, we will touch on that later. She was my 3rd grade teacher, and resemblances in looks and maybe voice, because I can remember she was really touched one day when she told the whole class to stop talking. They were continuously bugging her. Okay. Watered down, I wonder. So, anyway, so we have the resemblances. Remember, Female Fury. Rachel Ray, Night is the new one. And the resemblance where we had the other day, which I don't think that we really need to have it again because it was pretty well established and it was a high percentage of negativity. And then astrology. So we had the resemblance where we're going to do the astrology section tomorrow night when Abby really is here and that machine is back in gear and delivery here. They're going to, they're on the road right now and they're going to drop it off here for us. So we're going to transmit her into, into real life from that time period tomorrow, just so that it can be a start fresh. So, I hope that you all are working on your presentations. Those presentations are for the show and tell project that you're remembering these 3 things, because I will erase all of this here in just a second. More images than words. Really, you're going with the speech and you're not going right after presentation. It's just in the background of it. And all the different sections of your written portion of the essay, 2 to 1 slides, at most of what you have, and I think that's pretty decent. So I'm gonna get rid of this because there's gonna be some lyrics to write up on the board. So we're going to work on this song tonight. So I think that. So how many of you have heard A Million Dreams before? How many have heard this song? Both of you heard it? Okay, almost everybody in the room. That's excellent news. Great. So, all of this is going to be taken off. Because I have to have the room to write stuff down. So you know what color that you and Abby have in common? You both have red. Red and white, which are 2 of the colors of the American flag, and she has red and black. It's very apparent considering her personality. So, let's see. So, A Million Dreams up here. I'm going to write teeny tiny small. Now, we had a little bit of time to kill, before dinner, before coming back here. So how many of you have seen episodes 5 and 6? I didn't expect that to happen. How many of you have seen episodes 5 and 6 of the Dance Moms? Okay, wonderful. Amazing. Okay, well, that's great. So, there was a lot of attention on Jill, particularly in episode 5. And I hope that I told you earlier to really notice, how Jill expresses, the Leo zodiac sign. And I think that it's hugely, represented, how generous that, she was. And really having exuberance, as you can tell, like the sun. Okay, I could see another person there, but anyway. Okay. Let me get more of that. I am thirsty this evening. Okay, so. Need that anymore. Okay. So, okay, so, lyrics. Okay, and then full lyrics. And maybe, to refresh your mind, we can hear the song once again. Just so that you can at least hear it. That isn't plugged. No, it's fine. Okay. You don't need to worry about it. So, let's see. Okay, so this is getting hooked up and connected. Is there, that is step 2. Now, let's go inside this thing. To work that out. Okay. Well, anyway, busted something that I did. You think? I don't know. Okay, well, we'll scratch it. You've heard it before. So anyway, so A Million Dreams. So, we're going to talk about what this song is about when I write down the lyrics for the song. So, you'll see what this is about as I'm going through. But it's about, just wanting to change the world, wanting to have a dream and wanting to make a difference in the world and wanting to achieve big things, which is really going with Abby. And also it goes with, her dancers, because her dancers, they have a million dreams to become dancers. I mean, in any situation, no matter how much it doesn't relate, how much it does relate, even if it does not belong, I think that you can draw the connections at some point in the song. It is still amazing. It is still, so expressive and so passionate and so touching and moving and uplifting song to hear. So the lyrics go like this. So, I close my eyes and I can see. Ooh, okay, well, you know what? I may want to write this a little bit bigger, a little bit smaller. Okay. Okay. Oh yeah, it's feeling a little hot in here. The window open. Okay. So I close my eyes and I can see the world that's waiting up for me. That I call my own. Through the dark, through the door. Though no one's, though isn't through. Through. Though is through without the R. So, through where no one's been before. As I'm writing, I hope that you're thinking about this. No one's been before. But it feels like home. So this is the first stanza of it. So it says, I close my eyes and I can see, And so so as I'm reading this, I want you to think about it. So I close my eyes and I can see a world that's waiting up for me, that I call my own. Through the dark, through the door, through where no one's been before, but it feels like home. So imagine this. What is coming to mind? Exactly. Exactly. So achieving a dream through this. Having a dream while closing your eyes, and then you can see just a pathway that no one's been before, that you're doing something unique and different. And I think that one of the zodiac signs that corresponds with this song is Aquarius. Yes, Aquarius, because Aquarians are the innovators. They are the Pisces as well. Pisces. So Aquarians are original, individual. They are very innovative and creative and rebellious, and they're completely unpredictable and out of the box. And they look towards the future. They, come up with, new things that no one's ever heard of before. And Pisces is the dreamer. Pisces is the dreamer. And, they're very imaginative and creative in their thoughts, and they can really add some flow and some lightness to Virgo as well. And then Virgo is, really wanting to serve and achieve and help make a difference with its, practicality and being ruled by Mercury, actually taking the little practical things. And so it is, all of the zodiac signs have, they have their own elements, but they have another element that is tied in. So while, say, it's Taurus season right now, Taurus is an earth sign, but yet, if we think about Cancer and we think about, wanting the home and wanting the comforts and wanting to cuddle and, all of those Cancerian things, that's so similar to Taurus. So, sensuality and emotion go hand in hand. They're practically both in one. So, Taurus is the water to the air. Now, Aries is the water to the fire. Taurus is the water to the air. Gemini is the fire to the air. The water to the earth. Gemini, the fire to the air. And then switch it around. Cancer is the earth to the water. Leo is the earth to the fire, but not really, but still. Virgo is the air to the earth, and Libra is the, I want to say, okay, well, I want to say the water to the air, I'll say, because it's feeling and compassion, emotion. Well, I do have to say that, a mixture of water and earth to the air, but really water to the air. Scorpio is the fire to the water. That's very fire sign, and it used to be ruled by Mars, because it's very intense and really go get him and that kind of thing, vengeful, all those things. Sagittarius is the air to the fire. Capricorn is the fire to the earth, but mainly earth. Aquarius, that's the earth to the air, but not really. I say that only because it's logical, its way of thinking, and it has a Saturnian disposition. A disposition means that sign used to be in, whatever planet is in another planet now. And Pisces is the air to the water. There you have it. So, with going over all of that astrological information, let's focus on this. So I close my eyes and I can see. Now, when you're sleeping, you're dreaming, and when you're dreaming, and a lot of those dreams, some of them can be nightmares, and some of them can really inspire you and really help you in real life, because a lot of those dreams that you have are realistic, and some of those nightmares could actually, help you and really impact your, what you're doing, so that may be a beneficial upside to nightmares in real life, although there was some negatives. Dreaming is just really, really interesting to me. Just because it's like you're in a whole new world. It's crazy. So, I close my eyes and I can see. So you're dreaming about something, genuinely. So, shutting your eyes and opening up what's called your mind's eye. When you think certain images in your head, because it's unavoidable, it's your mind's eye. And you picture things. Like right now I picture Silverdas. But so that's your mind's eye, where it, flips through in your head all the different thoughts and the different images. I don't want to go into a wet thinking about thinking, however. Good thing it's not August 15th. Back in that time, I was depressed and I got into a rut. I really got in my own head and I became anxious and I began to think about a lot of things. Didn't mean anything by it. Okay, great. I was kind of taken, what did I say? So, anyway, thank you. So, dreams. The world that's waiting up for me. The world, what God wants us to do and why we were born. What is our purpose? What were we destined to do? And another planet? Capricorn. Life's purpose. Career. All of those Saturnian things. So, dreaming about, who you're going to become, what path you're moving forward on, your purpose, and some really big important things. This is a very Aquarian idea, so it's mainly on the double circle Aquarius. So that I call my own. Your own individual idea, your own individual quest, your own individual words and actions and pathway. So through the dark and through the door where no one's been before. So you're choosing your own way, completely your own. But it feels like home. So this is basically talking about just dreaming and seeing with your mind's eye who you're going to become, what you're going to do, and, being used to it and being happy and feeling that this is seriously really, really important. Feels like home there. So I don't know why it's in there. But that's basically what this first part is about. My mouth is dry as bone. So, in melody, it would be through, I close my eyes and I can see the world that's waiting up for me, that I call my own. Through the dark, through the door, through where no one's been before, but it feels like home. And then it goes on. So say this in rhythm. Say this in rhythm. So in rhythm, it would sound like this. I close my eyes and I can see the world that's waiting up for me, that I call my own. Through the dark, through the door, through where no one's been before, but it feels like home. T, B. So, mi, fa, so, mi, fa, so, mi, fa. The solfege, all that kind of thing. So, say this in rhythm with me. So, okay, so ready, and we're going to slow it down, and we're going to speed it up as we go. So, I close my eyes, and I can see the world that's waiting up for me, that I call my own. It's going to sound really bad, but through the dark, through the door, to grasp the rhythm, through where no one's been before, but it feels like home. So this is pretty relatable to everybody. Any story that it makes you think of in particular? Any image, idea, whatever? Okay. When you hear this, it's going to be one of the best pieces of music that you ever heard of. Alright. Now, we have this. Is there anything else? Okay. So, we have this stanza. Now, we're going to do the next part of it. So so the next part of it is so I want you all to sing this section actually with me. So ready? So, okay, ready and sing it. I close my eyes, and if you don't know, that's fine, and I can see the world that's waiting up for me, that I call my own. Through the dark, through the door, through where no one's been before, but singing, but it feels like home. And then the next portion of it is okay. We're going to change one thing here. If they call me crazy. In the lyrics it say, so call me crazy, but we're going to say if they call me crazy. so we can live in a world that we design. That we or I design. But since it's a choral piece, it's going to be it's going to be as a collective. So anything with I in it, we're going to switch to we, because it doesn't make sense if you're singing it as a choral performance and you're singing it with a choir and a group and you're saying I. One person can't be so many individuals, can it? So we, oh, will leave me, it's fine. That, okay. Then, okay. So, it's gonna be, we close our eyes and we can see the world that's waiting up. And then it's gonna sound kind of ho-hum, but I'm gonna switch that to, I'm gonna change it because I want it to make sense as a group. So, waiting up for we that we call our home. Through the dark, through the door, through where no one's been before, but it feels like home. They can say, and then we're going to, learn that section like this. So, what I did here is after the first, they can say, I've switched, I put in the repeat because they can say repeats twice and didn't want to write it again. So, they can say, it all sounds crazy. Sing it with me. They can say, we've lost our mind. We don't care if they call us crazy. We can live in a world that we design. So that design, and then you're going to really kick off with the, every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors